Hello friends, welcome to my new video. In this video, we will be learning all types of experienced civil engineers interview questions and answers that are mostly asked every time and very helpful for job interview. Let's discuss one by one. The first question is, tell me about yourself. The answer is, I am a civil engineer with over years of experience. I have worked on various construction projects like buildings, roads, bridges, and water systems. I am skilled in site supervision, planning, and quality control. I always focus on safety and timely project completion. Second question is, what types of projects have you worked on? The answer is, I have worked on mentioned projects like roads, building, dams, etc. I handle design checking, supervision, quantity estimation, and coordination with teams. Third number question, what is your role in project execution? The answer is, I make sure the construction follows drawings and specifications. I manage labor, check materials, and solve site problems. I also maintain the records and coordinate with engineers and clients. Four number question, how do you handle a site issue or mistakes? The answer is, first, I check the issue carefully. Then I discuss with the team and senior engineer. I find a safe and quick solution and make sure the mistake doesn't happen again. Fifth number questions, what software do you use? The answer is, I use AutoCAD for drawings, MS Excel for reports and calculation, and sometimes Primavera or MS Project for planning. I also use estimation and billing tools. Sixth number question, what is the importance of safety on site? The answer is, safety saves lives and avoids accident. It also saves times and money. I make sure workers wear PPE and follow safety rules like scaffolding, proper lifting, and warning signs. Seven number question, how do you check quality on site? The answer is, I check materials, workmanship, and curing. I follow codes and standards. I also do cube tests, slam tests, and other field tests regularly. Eight number question, what is your strength as a civil engineer? The answer is, I am good at site management, solving problems, and working with teams. I stay calm under pressure and finish work on time. 9 number question, what is the difference between QA and QC? The answer is, QA quality assurance, it is a process to prevent mistakes. QC quality control, it is checking the actual work quality by testing and inspection. 10 number question, what documents do you maintain on site? The answer is, I maintain daily reports, material receipts, test reports, drawings, labor records, and billing records. 11 number questions, what is bar bending schedule, BBS? The answer is, BBS is a table showing the details of steel bars, size, length, number, shapes, and cutting length. It helps in steel estimation and avoid wastage. 12 number question, what step do you take for concreting work? The answer is, check firm work, check reinforcement, slam test, pouring concrete, vibrating, curing properly. 13 number questions, how do you control wastage on site? The answer is, I use proper storage, train workers, plan materials use, and avoid rework. 14 number question, what is your biggest achievement? The answer is, for example, I completed a multi-story buildings project 15 days before the deadline with zero safety issues. 15 number question, why should we hire you? The answer is, I have good technical knowledge, field experience, and strong work ethics. I complete work on time with good quality and safety. 16 number question, what is a one-way slab? The answer is, a slab supported on two opposite sides and bends in one direction. Next question is, what is a two-way slab? The answer is, a slab supported on wall four sides and bends in two directions. 18 number question, what is segregation in concrete? The answer is, when materials in concrete separate due to poor mixing or dropping from height. 19 number question, what is honeycombing? The answer is, voids or holes in concrete due to poor compaction or mix. 20 number question, what is SLAM test? The answer is a test to check the workability of fresh concrete. 21 number question, what is a retaining wall? The answer is a wall that holds back soil or water from one side. What is camber in road? The answer is a slope in the road surface for drainage of rainwater. 23 number question, what is a lap length? The answer is extra length given when two bars are joined to transfer load properly. 24 number question, what is a development length? The answer is a length of bar required to safely transfer stress between steel and concrete. What is pile foundation? The answer is deep foundation where long columns, piles, are used to transfer load to deep soil. 26 number question, what is compaction? The answer is process of reducing air in soil to increase its strength. What is alien concrete? The answer is concrete with low cement content used below foundations. 28 number questions, what is the unit weight of steel? The answer is 7850 kg per cubic meter. 29 number question, what is a bleeding in concrete? The answer is when water comes out from concrete surface after placing. 30 number question, what is efflorescence in brick? The answer is white powder on brick surface due to salt in water. 31 number questions, what is the minimum cover for RCC? The answer is per slab 15 to 20 mm, per beam 25 mm, per column 40 mm, per footing 50 mm. 32 number question, what are type of foundation? The answer is shallow foundations, isolated raft, and deep foundation, pile and caisson. 33 number question, what is a footing? The answer is the best part of a structure that spreads load to the soil. 34 number questions, what is the purpose of a beam? The answer is to carry load from slabs and transfer it to columns. 35 number question, what is a concrete grade? The answer is concrete strength after 28 days. For example, M20 means 20 MPa, megapascal. 36 number question, what is curing time for slab? The answer is usually 7 to 14 days. 37 number question, what is load bearing wall? The answer is a wall that carries load from above and transfer it to the foundation. 38 number question, what is the difference between working and as-built drawings? The answer is working drawings used during construction, as-built drawings final drawings after construction. 39 number questions, what is the purpose of scaffolding? The answer is temporary support for workers during high level construction. 40 number question, what is piling in concrete? The answer is breaking or flaking of concrete surface due to corrosion or poor quality. 41 number question, what is shuttering removal time? The answer is for slab 14 days, for beams side 7 days, column sides 24 to 40 hours. 42 number question, what is a plinth beam? The answer is a beam built at plinth level to connect columns and prevent settlement cracks. 43 number question, what is a diaphragm wall? The answer is deep wall built for retaining soil or water during deep excavation. 44 number question, what is grouting? The answer is filling cracks or spaces with cement slurry to make them strong and waterproof. 45 number question, what is water cement ratio? The answer is the ratio of water to cement by weight in concrete. Lower ratio is equal to stronger concrete. 46 number question, what is pre-stressed concrete? The answer is concrete where steel is stretched before load is applied. It reduces cracks. 47 number question, what is the difference between contractor and subcontractor? The answer is contractor, main company responsible for the project. Subcontractor, hired by the contractor for specific work. 48 number question, what is bitumen? The answer is black sticky material used in road construction as a binder. 50 number question, what is your strength as a civil engineer? The answer is I am a good at site supervision, team management, quality control and problem solving. 51 number question, what is the purpose of a construction joint? The answer is it allows construction to be done in stages without cracks or weak points. 52 number question, what is the minimum thickness of a concrete road? The answer is usually 150 mm to 300 mm depending on traffic load. 53 number question, what is a cover block? The answer is a small concrete block placed under reinforcement to maintain cover. 54 number question, what is the maximum height for placing concrete? The answer is not more than 1.5 meters to avoid segregation. What is a mat raft foundation? The answer is a large thick slab supporting multiple columns used in weak soil. 56 number question, what is the role of admixture in concrete? The answer is admixtures improve workability, setting time and strength of concrete. What is the difference between hardening and setting of concrete? The answer is setting. Concrete changes from liquid to solid. Hardening means concrete gains strength after setting. 58 number question, what is a cantilever beam? The answer is a beam supported only at one end like in balconies. 59 number question, what is a tie beam? The answer is a beam that connects two columns to reduce buckling and give stability. 60 number question, what is silt? The answer is fine soil particles found in rivers. It reduces soil strength if present in foundations. 61 number question, what is scaffolding made of? The answer is made of steel pipes or bamboo with wooden planks. What is the typical height of a floor in buildings? The answer is usually 3 meters 10 feet including slab and beams. What is geotechnical investigation? The answer is testing of soil before construction to check its strength and properties. 64 number question, what is a superstructure and substructure? The answer is substructure means below ground foundation. Superstructure means above ground columns, slabs, beams. 65 number question, what is a tender in construction? The answer is a document to invite bids from a construction project. 66 number question, what is a bill of quantities? Okay, the answer is a detailed list of materials, labor and cost for a project. 67 number question, what is the difference between estimation and costing? The answer is estimation means approx quantity and cost before starting work. Costing actual expenses after work is done. What is curing compound? The answer is a chemical sprayed on concrete to retain moisture for curing. What is a thermal expansion in concrete? The answer is concrete expands in heat and contracts in cold. Joints are used to control it. What is the purpose of a double bar? The answer is to transfer load and allow movement between concrete slabs. What is the difference between sand and M sand? The answer is sand, natural river sand. M sand means manufactured sand from crushed stone. 72 number question, what is a water bar? The answer is a strip placed at joints to stop water leakage. What is a gable wall? The answer is the triangular upper part of a wall at the end of a pitched roof. What is a parapet wall? The answer is a low wall at the edges of a roof or balcony for safety. What is the use of fiber in concrete? The answer is it improves crack resistance and strength. What is bituminous concrete? The answer is road material made of bitumen and aggregate for flexible pavements. What is the difference between flexible and rigid pavements? The answer is flexible bitumen roads, rigid concrete roads. What is a shear force? The answer is a force that tries to cut a section of a structure. What is bending moment? The answer is a moment that causes a beam or structure to bend. What is the role of a site engineer? The answer is to supervise construction, check drawings, manage labor, and ensure safety and quality. 81 number question. What is a construction schedule? The answer is a timeline of tasks in a project used to plan and track progress. What is the role of a civil engineer in QA and QC? The answer is to check materials, workmanship, and testing reports to ensure quality. What is carbonation in concrete? The answer is a chemical reaction between carbon dioxide and cement that reduces durability. What is the modulus of elasticity of steel? The answer is 2 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 n Newton per square mm, 200 GPa. What is the maximum free fall of concrete? The answer is 1.5 meter to avoid segregations. What is a construction checklist? A list used to verify steps, safety, and quality during each construction stage. What is a better pile? The answer is a better driven at an angle to resist horizontal loads. 19 number question. What is a cantilever retaining wall? The answer is a wall with a base slab and stem that holds back soil using its own weight and design. What is a creep in concrete? The answer is slow deformation of concrete under constant load over time. 92 number question. What is a shrinkage? The answer is reduction in volume of concrete as it dries and hardens. 93 number question. What is a construction waste management? The answer is proper disposal and reuse of construction materials to reduce waste. What is a load test on slab? The answer is test to check if slab can carry the required load safely. 95 number question. What is initial and final setting time of cement? The answer is initial 30 minutes and final 10 hours. What is a dead load? The answer is permanent load from the structure itself like wall, slab, etc. 97 number question. What is a live load? The answer is temporary loads like people, furniture, vehicle. What is the difference between IS code and IRC code? The answer is IS code means for building standards. IRC codes used for road construction standards. Is an encouraged length? The answer is minimum length of bar beyond support to ensure bondings. What is the purpose of curing water temperature? The answer is cold water slow curing, hot water may dry it first. Curing water should be normal temperature. What is the difference between primary and secondary survey? The answer is primary survey, large area, more accuracy, easy triangulation. Secondary survey, small area, less accuracy, chain compass survey. 102 number question. What is a soffit? Answer is the underside surface of a beam, slab, or staircase. What is the function of a weep hole? The answer is small holes in the retaining wall to allow water to drain out. What is scaffolding load? The answer is the weight carried by scaffolding, including workers, tools, and materials. What is lateral pressure? The answer is pressure exerted sideways like soil against retaining walls. What is a pre-stressing force? The answer is the force applied to tendons in concrete before loading to improve strength. What is a U-grade? The answer is a synthetic material used to strengthen soil in retaining walls and roads. What is infiltration? The answer is the process of water entering the soil from the surface. What is a screed in concrete? The answer is a flat board or tool used to level the top surface of concrete. What is growing pressure? The answer is the pressure used to inject growth into cracks or soil. What is shrinkage limit of soil? The answer is the moisture content below which further drying does not reduce volume. What is pile cap? The answer is a thick concrete slab that joins the top of piles to support the structure. 113 number question. What is a bearing capacity? The answer is the maximum load soil can support without failure. What is the purpose of a core cutter test? The answer is to find the in situ density of soil. What is a contour interval? The answer is the vertical distance between two contour lines. What is the freeboard in canal or tank? The answer is the extra height between water level and top edge to prevent overflow. What is a deep beam? The answer is a beam with a small span but large depth, used in tanks and transfer girders. What is a live load reduction? The answer is a reduction in total live load when designing based on load distribution. 190 number question. What is a grid frame structure? The answer is a structure where beams and columns are fixed and resist bending together. 120 number question. What is a shear wall? The answer is a vertical wall that resists lateral forces like wind or earthquake. What is fish plate in steel structure? The answer is a metal plate used to join two steel sections. 122 number question. What is a gusset plate? Gusset plate. A plate used to connect multiple steel members at a joint. What is a hand in beam? The answer is an increase in depth near supports to resist higher bending. What is splicing in reinforcement? The answer is connecting two steel bars to continue reinforcement. What is proof stress? The stress at which a material shows small permanent deformation. What is water absorption test for brick? The answer is measure how much water a brick can absorb. Should be less than 20%. 127 number question. What is bulkage in sand? Increase in sand volume when wet due to water films around particles. 128 number question. What is the earthwork in excavation? The answer is removing or adding soil for construction like digging, trenches or filling. What is a Trimy pipe? The answer is a pipe used to place concrete underwater without washing out cement. 130 number question. What is eccentricity in column? The answer is the distance between load centers and column center. 131 number question. What is a culvert? The answer is a small bridge or pipe to allow water to pass under a road or railway. 132 number question. What is a cross section? The answer is a cut through view of a structure to show internal details. 133 number question. What is a pile load test? The answer is a test to check the load bearing capacity of a pile. What is pile integrity test? The answer is a test to check for cracks or defects inside piles. What is a girder? The answer is a large horizontal steel or concrete beam that supports smaller beams. What is a capping beam? The answer is a horizontal beam placed on top of piles to tie them together. What is diaphragm action in slabs? The answer is slabs resist lateral loads and transfer forces to wall and frames. 138 number question. What is the flexure strength? The answer is the ability of concrete or other material to resist bending. 139 number question. What is the ductility in steel? The answer is the ability of steel to bend or stretch without breaking. What is slump loose? The answer is decrease in workability of concrete over time after mixing. What is surface tension? The answer is force at the surface of liquid causing it to behave like a stretched skin. 142 number question. What is modulus of rupture? The answer is the measure of a material strength in bending flexure strength. 143 number question. What is a punching shear? The answer is shear force around columns in slabs or footing that causes punching failure. What is thermal cracking? The answer is crack caused by temperature changes in concrete. What is a plinth protection? The answer is a concrete strip around a building to protect the plinth from water. 146 number question. What is the importance of slope in drainage? The answer is to allow water to flow easily and avoid waterlogging. 147 number question. What is a ledger in scaffolding? The answer is a horizontal tube supporting the working platform. 148 number question. What is a sill level? The answer is the level where the bottom of a window is placed. What is NDT, non-destructive testing? The answer is testing like a rebound hammer and ultrasonic test that do not damage a concrete. Oh, 150 number question. What is the rebound hammer test? The answer is a test to check the concrete strength using surface hardness. 151 number question. What is the moment of inertia? The answer is a measure of an object's resistance to bending or rotation. 152 number question. What is the difference between nominal mix and design mix? The answer is nominal mix, fixed ratio like M20 1:3, and design mix, proportion are calculated based on material tests. What is an expansion joint in bridges? The answer is a joint that allows expansion and contraction due to temperature. What is a cantilever retaining wall? The answer is a retaining wall with a base slab and vertical stem held by its own weight. What is the use of anti-termite treatment? The answer is to protect buildings from termite damage applied before and after construction. What is a dome in architecture? The answer is a rounded roof structure usually seen in temples, mosques, and auditoriums. What is a parapet? The answer is a small wall along the edge of a roof, terrace, or balcony. What is the clear cover for footings? The answer is usually 50 mm to protect steel from soil and corrosion. What is shuttering oil? The answer is oil applied to formwork, prevent concrete from sticking. What is a de-shuttering? The answer is the removal of formwork after the concrete gains strength. What is the purpose of a base plate in steel column? The answer is to transfer the load from the column to the foundation safely. What is bleeding in concrete? The answer is when excess water rises to the top after concrete is poured. What is alien mix? The answer is concrete with low cement content used for leveling and below footings. 164 number question. What is a suspended slab? The answer is a slab that is supported on beams and not resisting directly on the ground. What is seismic zone? What is seismic zone? The answer is a region classified by the level of earthquake risk. 166 number question. What is a hydrometer test? The answer is a test to find the particle size distribution of fine soil. What is the crushing strength of brick? The answer is minimum 3.5 Newton per square meter. For common bricks varies by type. What is diaphragm action in slabs? The answer is the slab acts as a horizontal beam to resist lateral loads. What is the effect of over vibration in concrete? It causes segregation and weakness the concrete. What is the standard size of a concrete cube for testing? The answer is 150 mm, 150 mm, 150 mm. What is the purpose of using fly ash in concrete? The answer is improve strength, workability, and reduce rust. What is the minimum water cement ratio for M20 grade concrete? The answer is about 0.5 depending on condition and standards. 173 number question. What is carbonation depth test? The answer is used to measure how deep carbonation has affected concrete. What is bond in brick masonry? The answer is arrangement of bricks for strength and appearance. What is a waffle slab? The answer is a slab with a grid pattern underneath for long spans and heavy loads. What is a arch actions? A method where loads are transferred along curved paths, reducing bending. What is core meter test? The answer is to measure the depth of concrete core over reinforcement. What is initial setting time of cement? Minimum 30 minutes. What is the air entrainment in concrete? The answer is the air bubbles added to improve workability and freeze resistance. What is a retaining structure? The answer is any structure designed to hold soil, water, or other materials. What is precast concrete? The answer is concrete parts cast in factory or yard and brought to site. What is curing by ponding? The answer is water is stored on flat concrete surface for curing like slabs. What is the cause of foundation failure? The answer is poor soil, uneven settlement, wrong design, excess load. 184 number question. What is a Kelly bar? The answer is a part of rotary drilling rig used in bore pile construction. What is a diaphragm wall used for? The answer is used in deep basement or retaining wall during excavation. What is the bearing capacity of hard rock? The answer is more than 1000 kilonewton per square meter depending on the rock type. What is dam-proof course? The answer is a layer to stop moisture from rising through walls from the ground. What is the water absorption limit of good brick? The answer is should not be more than 20% by weight. What is a pile show? The answer is a metal tip at the end of pile for easier driving and better grip in soil. 190 number question. What is a soil nailing technique? The answer is reinforcing soil with steel bars to make it stable during excavation. What is a trimmy concrete method? The answer is placing concrete underwater using a pipe to avoid waste out. What is modulus of subgrade reaction? The answer is soil stiffness under a slab, denoted as K, used in pavement design. What is a grade beam? The answer is horizontal beam at ground level to support walls and carry loads to footings. What is formwork stripping oil? The answer is oil applied on formwork to ease removal after concrete sets. What is the difference between scred and floor topping? The answer is scred leveling layer, topping final hard wearing surface. What is a pier in bridges? The answer is vertical support between two spans of a bridge. What is a wing wall? The answer is a wall attached to an abutment to retain earth and guide water. What is concrete core blocks made of? The answer is cement mortar and plastic to provide spacing between steel and formwork. 199 number question. What is a dynamic compaction? The answer is compacting soil by dropping heavy weights repeatedly. 200 number question. What is a cold joint in concrete? The answer is a weak joint formed when new concrete is placed over hardened concrete without bonding. What is the curing time for brickwork? The answer is usually 7 days to keep it moist and gain strength. What is modulus of elasticity? The answer is it shows how much a material will stretch or compress under load. What is the standard height of a floor in buildings? The answer is usually 3 meters or 10 feet. What is meant by soil consolidation? The answer is gradual settlement of soil under load due to water squeezing out. What is bulking of sand? The answer is when sand volume increases due to moisture content. What is honeycombing in concrete? The answer is voids or hole in concrete due to poor compaction. What is the slump range for columns? The answer is 100 to 150 mm for easy pouring. What is dry lane concrete? DLC. The answer is low cement concrete used as a base layer under pavement. What is FE 415 and FE 500? The answer is types of steel bar with yield strength of 415 MPa and 500 MPa. What is bar bending schedule? The answer is a list of all steel bars with size, lengths, and bending details. What is anchorage length in steel bar? The answer is the minimum length needed to fix a bar properly in concrete. What is minimum thickness of slab? Usually 100 mm for residential buildings. What is crane bar in slab? The answer is bend portion of bar to support at beam slab junction. What is pre-tensioning? The answer is steel is stretched before concrete is poured in pre-stressed concrete. What is post-tensioning? The answer is steel is stretched after concrete hardens. What is pile cap? The answer is fixed slab connecting group of piles to distribute load. What is floating column? The answer is a column that rests on a beam, not directly on the foundation. What is bearing wall? The answer is a wall that supports weight from above floor or roof. What is a lintel? The answer is a beam above door or window to carry wall load. What is camber in road? The answer is a slight slope from center to sides to drain rainwater. What is prefabrication? The answer is parts made in factory and joined at the site. What is hydrostatic pressure? The answer is pressure by still water on walls or structures. What is RCC? The answer is reinforced cement concrete with steel bars inside. What is PPC cement? The answer is Portland Pozzolana cement has fly ash, gives better durability. What is OPC cement? The answer is ordinary Portland cement gives faster strength. What is difference between OPC and PCC? The answer is OPC fast setting, PPC slow setting but more durable. What is site clearance? The answer is removing trees, bushes and old structures before starting work. What is demolition plan? The answer is step-by-step plan to safely break old buildings. What is waterproofing? The answer is protecting structure from water entry using chemicals or layers. What is plinth level? The answer is height between ground and floor, usually 450 mm. What is pointing in masonry? The answer is finishing of mortar joints for protection and appearance. What is a bar chart? The answer is a time-based schedule to track construction activities. What is critical path in construction? The answer is the longest path in project that decides total time. What is factor of safety? The answer is a safety margin to avoid failure. Usually, factor of safety is equal to load carrying divided by actual load. What is concrete mix design? The answer is finding best ratio of cement, sand and aggregate for strength. What is settlement in buildings? The answer is downward movement due to soil compression under foundation. What is scaffolding? The answer is temporary structure to support workers and materials at height. What is the angle of repose? The answer is steepest angle at which soil remains stable. What is a grout? The answer is fluid material used to fill cracks or gaps in concrete. What is a retaining wall? Whip hole. The answer is small hole to allow water to pass through and reduce pressure. What is wind load? The answer is force exerted by wind on buildings. What is ductility of steel? The answer is ability to stretch without breaking. What is a shotcrete? The answer is concrete spread on surface using high pressure nozzle. What is a rebound hammer test? The answer is a simple test to estimate surface strength of concrete. What is permeability of concrete? The answer is how easily water or gas passes through concrete. What is corrosion in reinforcement? The answer is rusting of steel due to moisture and chemicals. What is shrinkage crack? The answer is crack due to loss of water and volume reduction in concrete. What is a QA in construction? The answer is quality assurance planned system to ensure quality. What is QC in construction? The answer is quality control testing and inspection to maintain quality. What is firm work? The answer is temporary mold used to shape and support wet concrete. What is false work? The answer is temporary support structure to hold firm work or arches during construction. What is the purpose of a tie beam? The answer is to connect two columns and reduce buckling. What is the difference between tie beam and plinth beam? Answer is tie beam. Above plinth connects columns. Plinth beam at ground level supports wall load. What is shear force? The answer is a force that tries to cut a structure across. What is bending moment? The answer is a moment that causes a beam to bend under load. What is punching shear? The answer is failure around a column due to concentrated load. What is a cantilever beam? The answer is a beam supported only at one end. What is the minimum cover for footing reinforcement? The answer is usually 50 mm. What is the minimum cover for slab reinforcement? The answer is usually 15 to 20 mm. What is a cube test in concrete? The answer is to check compression strength by testing concrete cube after curing. What is NDT in construction? The answer is non-destructive test. Test concrete or steel without damage it. What is a drop panel? The answer is thickened slab around a column for better support. What is a raft foundation? The answer is a thick concrete slab supporting whole structure used in weak soils. What is a strap footing? The answer is footing connected with a beam to balance load of columns. What is combined footing? The answer is one footing for two or more columns. What is under-reamed pile? The answer is a pile with bulbs to increase bearing capacity in expensive soil. What is lap length in column bar? The answer is usually 50 multiplied by bar diameter in tension zones. What is isolation joints? The answer is a joint that separates new concrete from existing structure. What is expansion joint? The answer is a joint that allows movement due to temperature changes. What is construction joint? The answer is to control where cracks will happen in concrete due to shrinkage. What is curing compound? The answer is chemical sprayed to keep concrete moist by sealing surface. What is carbonation in concrete? The answer is reaction of carbon dioxide with cement which reduces pH and causes corrosion. What is pile load test? The answer is to check how much load a pile can carry. What is development length? The answer is minimum length needed for bar to transfer stress to concrete. What is staging in scaffolding? The answer is platform where workers stand during construction. What is raft slab thickness? The answer is usually 300 to 600 mm depending on design. What is dry mix concrete? The answer is concrete without water used for small patch works. What is lean mix? The answer is concrete with less cement content. What is compaction factor test? The answer is a test to find how workable the concrete is. What is a construction joint? The answer is joint made when work is stopped and resumed later. What is segregation concrete? When aggregates and cement separate due to poor mixing. What is efflorescence? The answer is white salt deposits on surface of bricks or concrete. What is a brick frog? What is brick frog? The answer is depression on top of a brick to hold mortar. What is one bag of cement volume? The answer is 0.035 cubic meters, 35 liters or 1.25 CFT. What is a typical water cement ratio? The answer is 0.4 to 0.6 depending on use. What is a gabion wall? What is a gabion wall? The answer is a wall made of stones packed in wire mesh used for erosion control. What is the use of geotextile? The answer is fabric used to improve soil strength or filtration. What is pavement? The answer is surface layer of roads made for vehicles. What is take coat? The answer is thin bitumen layer between old and new asphalt layers. What is prime coat? The answer is bitumen layer over base to prepare for asphalt. What is seal coat? The answer is protective coating on the road surface to extend life. What is What is difference between rigid and flexible pavement? The answer is rigid concrete roads, flexible asphalt road. What is IRC? The answer is Indian Roads Congress sets road design codes in India. What is modal provision? The answer is tender rules in construction code. What is ADPE pipe? The answer is high density polyethylene pipe used for water and drainage. What is BBS used for? The answer is to calculate quantity and shape of steel bars in structures. What is load factor? The answer is safety multiplier used in design to account for uncertainties. 301 number question. What is the minimum curing time for concrete? The answer is 7 days for normal concrete, 14 days for high strength concrete. What is quick setting cement? The answer is cement that set quickly used in underwater or cold weather works. What is the purpose of slam test? The answer is to check the workability flow of fresh concrete. 304 number question. What is the standard slam for RCC works? The answer is 75 to 100 mm medium workability. What is fly ash? The answer is waste from power plants used as a cement replacement. What is GGBS? The answer is ground granulatic blast furnace slag used to improve concrete strength and durability. What is admixtures? The answer is chemical added to concrete to improve workability, setting time, or durability. What is a retarder? The answer is an admixture that slows down setting time. What is an accelerator? The answer is an admixture that speeds up setting time. What is honeycombing in concrete? The answer is voids or gaps in hardened concrete due to poor compaction. How to repair honeycombing? The answer is chisel out weak area and fill with non-shrink growth cofferdam. The answer is temporary barrier to hold back water while working on foundations. What is Caisson diseases? The answer is health issue caused by fast pressure changes in deep underwater work. What is scred in flooring? The answer is a layer of material used to level the floor surface. What is a water bar? The answer is a strip used at joints to prevent water leakage. What is the minimum slope for drainage? The answer is 1 in 100 for proper flow. What is backfilling? The answer is filling excavated area after construction. What is shotcrete? The answer is spread concrete used for tunnel or slope protections. What is garnet? The answer is dry mixed shotcrete concrete spread using compressed air. What is fiber reinforced concrete? The answer is concrete with steel, glass or plastic fibers to increase strength. What is concrete cover block? The answer is small block to maintain spacing between steel and shuttering. What is a standard size of concrete cube for testing? The answer is 150 mm, 150 mm, 150 mm. What is a diaphragm wall? The answer is a deep wall used for earth retaining and foundation supports. What is a retaining wall? The answer is a wall built to hold soil at different levels. What is U-grade? The answer is a mesh used to reinforce soil in the retaining walls or slopes. What is a culvert? The answer is a small bridge or pipe allowing water flow under a road. What is water cement ratio? The answer is water to cement ratio in concrete mix. What is the effect of high water cement ratio? The answer is weaker and less durable concrete. 330 number question. What is silt content in sand? The answer is clay or dust in sand should be below 88%. How to test silt in sand? The answer is by using a clear jar with water and letting it settle. What is the minimum grade of concrete for RCC? The answer is M20, 1:3 mix ratio. What is dry land concrete? The answer is low cement concrete used as a road subbase. What is a bituminous road? The answer is flexible road made from bitumen and aggregates. What is a concrete road? The answer is rigid road made with reinforced concrete. What is the average width of a lane? The answer is about 3.5 meter per lane. What is the what is the super elevation in road? The answer is raising outer edge of road and curve for vehicle safety. What is camber in road? The answer is slope from center to sides to drain water. What is crust in the road pavements? The answer is top layer like base and surface layer of the road. What is prime coat and why it is used? The answer is bitumen layer to prepare base for asphalt. What is plate load test? The answer is test to find soil bearing capacity using a steel plate. What is a core cutter test? The answer is a test to find soils in place density. What is tender penetration test? SPT. The answer is test to find soil resistance by driving a sampler into soil. What is Proctor test? The answer is test to find optimal moisture for soil compaction. What is the California bearing ratio CBR? The answer is test to measure soil strength for road subgrade. What is broadening? The answer is filling cracks are spaced with cement, paste, or chemicals. What is a trim pipe? The answer is pipe used to pour concrete underwater. What is pile cap? The answer is thick slab on top of piles to transfer load to frame. What is ductility? The answer is ability of steel to stretch without breaking. 350 number question. What is a corrosion of reinforcement? The answer is rusting of steel bars inside concrete causing damage.